So if you are using handle, there is no need to use declare the iomanip.h. And the role of handle is to just take carriage return. That means if you are looking for the output on a new line, then you can give the handle manipulator function. So I told you yesterday that suppose A is equal to 2, B equal to 3, and if you are writing the C out in double quote A and L, then this is called the insertion operator. Then B and L, so that means you can have the A and B in a separate line. So after A you have given and L, that means it will take one carriage return, and whatever the next output it will printed in the next line of a A. So now there is a B. So in last lecture we have seen that if you don't want to use the end L, you can use the non-graphic character /n, that is also for a line feed or a new line. So this is what the program we have. We have given the A equal to 20 and we have printed C out. A double quote A equal to A and L, and if you are using the /n and if you're writing in this way, the output will be this. Another manipulator we have discussed about the set base. Set base is mainly useful to convert the base of one numeric value into the another base. For example, if I wish to convert the data into decimal, then I have to use the base equal to 10. If I wish to convert into the hexadecimal, then I have to use base equal to 16. And if I wish to convert them into octal base, the base equal to 8. In addition to the base conversion facilities, okay, so you can have either DEC for the decimal, HEX for the hexadecimal, and OCT for the octal decimal. But the command is, or the manipulator function is, you have to use the set base bracket. And the corresponding prototype of a set base is nothing but the iomanip. So whenever you get any errors that the prototype corresponding to the function is not observed, it means that the corresponding library we have not included in our data file or in a program file, so we have to include the corresponding library. By default, it is a decimal base. So let us understand how to convert the base of a value of a one base to another base. So let us include the iostream.h, include the iomanip. Iomanip is associated with the manipulators. We supply the integer value, and then you have been asked that enter the value. We will supply the value and decimal base. So set base is a function. If you are writing the 10, that means you are looking the output of a value in a decimal. If you are looking for a hexadecimal, then you have to give to 16 in a set base function, and if you are looking for octal, you have to give the set base 8. So first you have to declare the base in which you wish to see the output, and then you have to give the C out. So then it will give the output. Now we have given the enter value 10. So in a decimal it is a 10, but if you are converting hexadecimal it is a, and in octal base it is a 12. So let me write the same program. So we will discuss and I will also show you the corresponding program so that you can have idea that how the manipulator functions are working. Use of manipulator function set base. We will first include iostream.h because I am interested to use the cout, LRSCR and get ch. So I have to add the include the library conio.h. New header file should be always written in a new line. Include, because I am using the iomanip manipulator function, so iomanip is the corresponding header file. Then you have to write your anything in a void main or the main function. First, I will use the scalar SCR. Alignment is very important while writing the program. Always use the tab key, enter, tab, enter. So it will help you to make a good alignment. And see out, enter the value. But before using it, as I said that you have to declare. So let us declare the integer value is nothing but some integer value. Then user will enter the value. So you have to use the cin command for that. And now what is your role? You wish to see the decimal base. Okay. So set base, here you are giving the 10 and here equal to value. I'm giving here the decimal base.
सर कुछ लोग ऐड नहीं हो रहे सर.
लेट हो गए अभी किसको प्रॉब्लम है, किसी को? हो गए सभी ऐड?
हाँ सर हो गई.
Then handle. Suppose if I wish to see the value in hexadecimal base, then I have to use set base manipulator and I have to write 16 in bracket. Then value which I wish to display the output. And then if I wish the value in value in octal base, then which manipulator? Set base, and I have to write the 8 value and then I am giving the get ch. So it's saved as a set base manipulator. Alter F9 to run, sorry, compile, no errors, control F9. If I'm entering the value 10, it is showing the 10 as a decimal value. If you are looking for the value of 10 hexadecimal, the answer is a and octal base in 20. Somebody said that what about 20? That we have to verify. Just supply the 20. It is showing that value in decimal is 20, base hexadecimal is a 14, that is 14, and in octal base it is a 24. Okay. So this is a small program to understand how the set base function is working. Now we will talk about the another manipulator, call them as a set W. Set W, the bracket is a syntax. Okay. The set W stands for the set width. If you wish to, decorate your program and if you wish to give the certain width to the variable or output, then we have to use the set with manipulator. The set with manipulator is used to specify the minimum number of character positions on the output field a variable will consume. So how many characters positions would you like to give to the specific variable? For that, the set with manipulator is used. The general syntax of the set with manipulator is set w, in bracket it is a integer because the number of characters are always integer. So w is a some variable which is of integer nature that you have to supply. We changes the field width to w. Suppose w I have given the 5 characters, so I can store my variable having maximum 5 characters. But only for the next insertion. The default field width is a 0. Okay. So how it is working? See out. Before using it, you have to, suppose I wish to see the output of a of a certain character, then I have to give first that how many character position I can allow for the variable a. So I am writing here set w1. That means I can allow only one position. If I am giving the set w10, it means it is taking the 10 character positions. Between data variable in a C++, space will not be inserted automatically by the compiler. So space will not be automatically entered. If you allow to enter the space, then you can. So by default, between the variable, the space is not automatically entered. So let us understand a small program to display the content of a variable without inserting any space. So I am using the iomanip.h header file because I am using the manipulator functions. Stream.h void main. I have declared the two variable a and b are of integer in nature. I am writing a equal to 100 and b equal to 200. And then I wish to print cout a, b, and l. So what is the output? So the output is something like that. So let us write the program. We'll have more idea. Use of set with manipulator. Include iostream.h. Include onio.h. Include
Iomanip.
iomanip.h. Okay. So without manipulator, though I have declared, it is not necessary that I should always use the function. So void main हम अभी CLR SCR नहीं देते हैं. We'll just give the integer a, b, a equal to 100, b equal to 200 without entering any space. Okay. Cout a, b, enter. Is a set w. I'll just run it. What is the output? it is giving the 100 and 200 together. You can see that last, or I can give the clear screen so you can the new output. So there is no space between the 100 and 200 because I have written just C out A and immediately B. Okay, so there is no space between the two variables. Now I wish to give the writing 1. What happened? Let us see. I will just make the comment to CLRS here, but I can also see the previous output. What happened? There is no change.
No change.
I'm giving this of a 5. And then we will see what happened. What happened? You can see there is a change in the output. So what happened? A is a variable. Now I say that it should be of a 5 digit or it should have a 5 character. But A contain how many characters? 3 characters, 1, 0, 0. Okay. But I have defined that it should have a maximum 5 elements or the 5 character position. The first 2 character it has make the space and then it has printed there. And after the A again it has left the 2 character space and then it has printed the 200. Suppose if I am instead of 5, if I am writing 6, what happens? So now I will make the various. So first I will write C out, A, B, and L. Then I am writing C out for 5 character set base. Now I am giving the set W 6 character. And C out 7 characters. So when I am giving 6 characters, first it will leave the 3 blank space, 3 characters, and then it will print the output of A. Because A having the only 3 characters. I'll give the clear screen so that yes out. You can see that earlier you can have a only 2 character space. Then instead of 5 I have given the 6. So it has kept 3 character space before 100 and before 200. And then 3 character space before, 4 character space before 100 and 200 when I have given the set base 7. Now how will you identify whether the actually it has left 3 characters or the 4 characters or 5 characters before printing the value of A and B? So there is another manipulator function which is known as a set fill. I'm writing here set fill and I'm supplying as a character. In character, if I'm giving the asterisk sign, wherever there is a blank space, it will fill by the character asterisk. Let us see. Fine. Let us see. Okay. If you are giving the horizontal tab, then the output is something like that. It is giving the 8 character space between this 100 and 200. And this is what I have written. If I am giving the 5 character, 6 character, 7 character, and 8 character, so it is giving the output like that. Before this, it is leaving the 2 character. Here it is a 3 characters. It is a 4 character space. It is a 5 character space. So another manipulator is a set fill. The set fill manipulator function is used to specify a different character to fill unused field width of the value. So suppose if you wish to fill unused space, okay, by the some character, so for that you require the set fill manipulator. And what is the syntax of the set fill manipulator function? Set fill, and in bracket it is a character f. That means whatever the you can give, it should be a character. And here I am using the, you can use dot as a character, you can use asterisk sign as a character in a set fill. So how you should use it? Before using this particular set width, you have to use the set fill. The same program I have written iostream iomanip.h, integer a and b I have declared, values applied, and then I have written the set fill single quote asterisk sign. I have not written in the C out, and that is how it has given the errors. So C out. Statement missing, that means semicolon. So you can see the output. As I told you that if I am giving the set W5, that means 2 characters are unused. Okay, so there is a blank space, and that is filled by the 2 asterisk sign. So before 100, there are 2 asterisk signs, and then before 200 again there are 2 asterisk signs. Why? Because B is also I have given that the width of the output should be of a 5 characters. Similarly, in the next I have given the set W6, then I have printed A, and then set W6, then B. So A has a 3 character and 3 unused space. The unused space is filled by this asterisk sign. Okay. Similarly, 7. So sometimes whenever you are writing a program to draw histogram in a C++, I will give the seminar. Somebody has to present how to draw a histogram in a C++. So at that time you have to draw this histogram, you have to use the set fill manipulators. So it will print as per the frequency. If the frequency is 8, it will print 8 times this character. Okay. Any questions up to this? Manipulator, set fill, set base. Anyone? No questions, then we can proceed further. The another manipulator is known as a set precision. So set precision is used to control the number of digits of an output stream display of floating point values. Suppose you can have the 5.77798, and if you are saying that no, I wish to display up to the 2 digits, then it should be 5.78, and for that I have to use the set precision of 2 digit. So it means that it is taking the 2 digit. Okay. The set precision manipulator prototype is defined in the header file iomanip.h. The general syntax is set precision, and then how many decimal points would you like to see? So 2, 3, 4. So of course it is of a p, and that is of integer in nature. So which set the precision for floating point insertions to the p. So up to the how many decimal it is allowing to print, it is of a p. By default, precision is of a 6 digits. So by default, it will print after decimal how many digits? 6 digits. So let us understand a small program to use set precision manipulator function while displaying a floating point value on your screen. So io stream.h, io manip.h header file that you have to use. Now I am declaring the A, B, C all are in the float. What is A equal to 5, B equal to 3, and then I am giving the C equal to A by B. Why I can give the C equal to A by B? The result will be float because A and B are float in nature. Then I am saying that I wish to display the output up to the precision 1, up to the precision 2. So before giving the C or the output, you have to first use the manipulator. Okay, how many digit precision would you like to see? So 5 by 3. What is the answer? It is a 1.666666 something it will go. But if you are going for a 1 decimal precision, it is a 1.7. 2 decimal, it is a 1.67. So let us understand this program. Use of set precision. We have to load the iostream.h onio.h is associated with the screen and getch command. Because I am interested to use the manipulator function set precision. So the corresponding header file is iomanip.h. SCR will declare the 3 float value, float A, comma B, comma C. Comma is nothing but comma operators. You have to use only float once. It is understanding that A, B, and C are of a floating point number. I am giving the A equal to now 5, B equal to 3, because they are simple statement terminated by the semicolon. C is equal to A by B. Now C out B equal to B and L. Let's CH. We will see what is the output. The alignment is very important. If you are writing the program in alignment, you can easily rectify the errors if any. What is the output? By default, it is how many precision, how many points, how many digits after point? 6.
6.
So as I say that by default, it will take the 6-digit precision. But suppose you are looking for, no, I am looking for 2-digit precision or 1 digit. It is up to you. Or I have to write set precision 1. You can see that it is a after point only a 1 digit. Now if you can 2 digit, oh, it has shown the errors.
Spelling mistake.
So see, you can see that here it is also a function set precision should have a prototype. So it has given the errors. The corresponding library is not available. But it is always not necessary that you have given the correct command. Here there is a spelling mistake because we have loaded the library. So when you get the errors of prototype, of course it is a missing of library, but you have to see that corresponding command name should be correct. Now you can see that output in a 2 decimals. Okay. Any questions up to this? So this is nothing but the practical. In computer laboratory, I will explain the same way. And then I ask you that, okay, now you write on your computer. So if you have a laptop at your home, computer at your home, you can see the videos and you can try the practicals. Same things I am giving the practicals, how to use the various operators to write a program. Okay. Write the program of the even numbers, odd numbers, sum of the given numbers, okay, maximum of the given numbers, minimum of the given numbers, arranging the data in ascending orders, descending orders. So these are the programs which we will usually see in the practicals. So that I am also explaining simultaneously. Though I am not taking on a practical time, but I am explaining the theory simultaneously by using the practical. And the last manipulators, that is NDES, we are not going to use anywhere. The NDES is a manipulator used to attach a null terminating character /n. So /n is /0 is nothing but the null characters at the end of a string. So whenever you are writing a string and at the end of the day, and you can see the last character is a null character, for that you can use the NDES. Okay. The NDES manipulator takes no argument wherever it is invoked. तो वो कहीं पे भी आप यूज कर सकते हैं. It does not require any argument. So following program is written using the NDES instead of the NDEL. So number 1, 2, 3 is, and then you have given the slash double quote. So this is, you can also print in this way. It is up to you. Slash double quote, and then you have given the NDES. So it has given the space here, null characters. So that you can work according to your requirement. And then you have given the /n. Okay, so what happened? This I have not given this. Okay, double quote is not given. I have used the left hand side double quote in this way. Then I have just given the numbers. The number that is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then NDES. So let us see. Include iostream dot h, include iomani dot h, include onio.h. There is no connection that certain library should be introduced first and then later. You can use with any number. Wildman. LRSCR and integer, let us say equal to 1 to 3, out slash double quote. In a single quote slash double quote because it is a characters. Then a and end as out slash double quote. No, it is given some. So you can see that there is a space after 1 to 3 because we have given the end s. The end s is nothing but it is giving the null character. It is not always necessary that you should give the double quote string constant in double quote. You can use the also non-graphic characters. Slash double quote, it is giving the left hand side. And again, if you're giving the slash double quote, it is end quotation. Okay. So any questions? Anyone? Anyone? Any questions?
No, sir.
So these are all manipulator functions which are mainly useful to decorate the program. So similarly now we will go to the another kind of a statement that is are nothing but the loop statements. And we have already seen in the programs the control statements are mainly divided into the three parts. They are conditional statement, loop statement, and third one is a breaking control statement. Which statements are divided into three categories? Control statements. Control statement is divided into the three categories, mainly conditional statement, loop statement, and breaking control statements. Now, conditional statement is divided into the three parts: if statement, if else statement, and switch case statement. We have seen the program. We have seen the program of maximum of two numbers using the if else structure. Okay, maximum of the more than two numbers by using the if else if structure, that means the nested if else structure, and we have also see that switch case statement for the displaying the days of a week. Now we will see the theory. We have seen this all through practicals. And in loop statements, we have discussed about the for loop. We have not discussed about the while loop and do while loop. So we'll see one program for that. So loop statements are mainly divided into three: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. And breaking control statements are divided into the three parts. One is a break statement. This we have used with the switch case statement. There is a continue statement, which is an alternative to the break statement, or inverse of break statement, and go to statements. In go to statements, you can have a two types of the go to: conditional go to, conditional and unconditional. So there are two types of the goto statement: conditional goto statement and unconditional goto. So we will see one by one. So conditional expression or conditional statement. The conditional statement or expression are mainly used in a decision making. So whenever you wish to take the decision, then we will use the conditional expressions. So mainly there are three: if statement, if else statement, and switch case statement. So first we will talk about the if statement. The if statement is used to express the conditional expressions. If the given condition is true, then it will execute the statements. Otherwise, it will execute the optional statements. So if given condition is true, it will execute the statement. Otherwise, it will execute the optional statement. And if you are writing use of the braces to declare the group statements or the compound statements. So for example, if given expression is true, then this group of the statement will be executed. I have not given any other statement in optional. So if the given condition is false, it will not execute anything. The expression is evaluated, and if it is true, the statement following the if will be executed. In case the given expression is false, the statement is skipped and execution continue with the next statement. So if this condition is false, that means you will skip this statement, and then if some statements are there, it will execute. So for example, if a equal to 20, b equal to 10, if a is greater than b, so of course a is greater than b, then cout large value is a. That means if the given condition is satisfied, the computer will print the message largest value equal to 20. And if it is false, then what happens? You have not given any statement here. So that means it will simply skip the statement. But as I told you that there is a demerit of a only if statements. If you are writing if a greater than b, and if you are given a equal to 10 and b equal to 20, okay, and if you write cout max equal to a and l, okay, then if a greater than b, so a is greater than b, a is 10, b is 20, so no, that means your if condition is false, this statement will be skipped. And suppose somebody has written cout max equal to b and l. Then what happens? If given condition is false, immediately this statement will be executed and the print will be 20. But suppose if you have given a equal to 15 and b equal to 10, then what happens? A is 15, b equal to 10, so 15 is greater than 10. Yes, that means this condition is true. It will execute this. So maximum output is 15. But what happens? Here the if condition is over. Then immediately your cursor will come to this and it will again print max equal to b, that is the 10. So that means result is wrong. It has printed earlier max equal to a, now it has printed max equal to b. So that is how we require to use the else statement. So else is optional, but the proper use of else is very important. So if else structure, the structure of the if else statement is given by if given expression is true, the statement 1 will be executed, else statement 2 will be executed. As I said that else part is optional, but it is very important. In this case, either of the two statements are executed depending upon the value of the expression. Statement 1 will be executed if the expression is true. Statement 2 will be executed if the expression is false. For example, a equal to 10, b equal to 20. If a is greater than b, then you have written cout large value is equal to a. Else you have written the cout large value is equal to b. Now you can see that what is the value of a? A is 10, b is 20. So Is 10 is greater than 20? No. That means this statement will not execute. You will come to the else part and this will execute this. That means output of the above program is largest value is 20. Note that else part is optional in if-else statements. Sometimes it leads to confusion, especially else is omitted from nested if-else sequence. For example, if you are writing if I is greater than j, if a is greater than b, temp equal to a, else temp equal to b. Now the problem is that this else is corresponding to what? This if or this if. Without braces, it leads to confusion and it belonging to the inner if or outer if statements. To avoid this confusion, we always use the braces. If I is greater than j, then you will enter into this loop and it will check. If a is greater than b, it will store the a in a temp. Otherwise, it will simply skip. If I is not greater than j, then it will come to the else part and it will store temp equal to b. So few if else structures are there. If expression is true, then this entire group of statement is executed. If expression is false, then this group of statements are executes. If given expression is true, then you will enter into this loop. If given expression is true, these are executed. If given expression is false, these are executed. But if this expression is false, you will directly come to the else part and this, and then this expression will be evaluated. So you have to see that which else for a which structure. So always use the necessary brackets when and as and when required. If this expression is true, then you can see that this bracket is end over here. That means your cursor will enter into this loop here. And if this expression is true, it will execute. Otherwise, it will execute. But suppose if this expression is false, then immediately your cursor will come to the else part. And in else again you have asked. You can see that this else bracket is over here. And that is why I always said alignment is very important. Suppose main if statement expression is false, then you will come to this and then again you will check. If given expression is true, this part will be executed, otherwise this part. So generalized if structure are that if expression is true, then statement 1 and statement 2 are executed. Otherwise, you will ask given expression is true, statement these execute. Else, ये else किसका है? इसका है. तो फिर उसमें भी आप if पूछ रहे हैं. तो likewise यहाँ पे खत्म. तो इसका else कहाँ यहाँ खत्म होगा. ओके. Likewise. तो आपको मैंने लार्जेस्ट ऑफ 3 नंबर्स का प्रोग्राम लिखाया था. ठीक है. So these are the 3 floating point numbers. Any 3 numbers you can enter by cin command x, y, z. If x is greater than 1, then you are trying to compare. x को y के साथ हो गया. Now x को किसके साथ? z के साथ. तो if x is greater than z, see out the largest is x. Else, तो x क्या हो गया? z से छोटा हो गया. तो largest कौन सा है? z. So this if part is over. Now you are comparing the because x is not greater than y. तो क्या हुआ? x y से छोटा हो गया. तो बड़ा क्या हुआ? y. So now we are comparing y with the z. Else, if y is greater than z, see out largest value is y, else largest value is the small. Okay, so this is we have written for the 3. Similarly for, let us say I have a, b, c, d. 4 numbers are then. So I am entering any 4 numbers. Now I am comparing a, b, c, d. I am comparing a with b. If a is greater than b, then I will compare a with the c. If a is greater than c, then I will compare a with the d. So you can see that if a is greater than b, then bracket, a greater than c, then again curly bracket, a is greater than d, the largest is a, else largest is a d. Now this else is of this. So now this part is over. Now if a is greater than c, then it will execute. Otherwise, this else is corresponding to this. So you will see that A is not larger than C. Then C is the larger, then you are comparing C with the D. The largest is the C, otherwise largest is the D. So this part is for A, else part is for this if. Now what about this? So if A is not greater than B, then which one is better? यहाँ पे आएगा. Then B is greater than C, B is greater than D, largest will be B. Else largest will be D. Now this else is with this if, and this if is over. If B is not larger than C, then which is larger? C. So now I'm comparing C with the D. So what is the else corresponding to this if? This is. So C is greater than D. Yes. The largest is the C. Else largest is the D. So this else is corresponding to this if. This else is over here, and this main else is still open. So that should be over here. And that is how it is giving the largest of two numbers. So you can write a program of smallest of three numbers, smallest of any four numbers, using nested if else structure. Okay, any questions? कौन लास्ट में धीरे धीरे आया अभी? Similarly, I have shown you that how to work out the days of a week using the if else structure. So integer day, enter any numbers between 1 to say. Then you have entered the day. Day is equal to 1. Then it will print Monday. Else if day equal to 2, it will print Tuesday. Then day equal to 3, it will print Wednesday. Else if day equal to 4, Thursday. Else if day equal to 5, Friday. Else if day equal to 6, Saturday. And else if day equal to 7, Sunday. And then else, इसका else. आप क्या बोल रहे हैं कि भाई ये 1 to 7 में से नंबर नहीं, तो हम कहेंगे प्लीज एंटर द करेक्ट नंबर बिटवीन 1 to 7, and then it will print the output. Okay, any questions up to this? Anyone? Anyone? Any questions?
No, sir.
So we have seen up to the nested if else structure. So in the next lecture, I will explain you the switch case structure, and then we can talk about the for loop, while loop, do while loop, and also we will talk about the breaking control statements. तो उतना होते ही अपने 2 यूनिट खत्म हो जाएगा. ठीक है. और आपको सारे वीडियोस जो जो लेक्चर्स हुए हैं, जितने रिकॉर्ड हुए वो सारे उसमें अपलोड किए. The materials I have already sent to you. So you have to prepare your own notes. And simultaneously you have to also